Are you ready for the roughneck bass? Yeah, 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 yeah.
Bring it back to the old school.
Dobra, koniec tego pierdolenia. Gdzie jest to? Dobra, jedziemy. Chwila, żeby samochód przenieść. Działało, tak jest, dobra, działa. Przynajmniej... Opowieść. Zajebiście się w to gra. Tak. Strzelanina w tartaku. Lecimy.
A few weeks after that dust-up at the OK Corral, I was still after Johnny Ringo. I had tracked him and the cowboys to their hideout at a sawmill, and they were loaded for bear.
Somebody's coming! What exactly did Johnny Ringo do to piss you off?
Well, him and that other bastard.
Roscoe Bob Bryant?
Yep. They both deserve to die, and I promise I'll tell you why. But first I need to tell you about the cowboys' new boss, Curly Bill Brocious.
Herb's coming!
Get ready, boys.
He's hurt now!
Kurwa.
Kill him! Come out, you yellow bastard!
Curly Bill took charge of the cowboys upon the old man's demise. And after that gunfight at the OK Corral, the Clantons wanted revenge.
God damn him! I've had about enough!
So they murdered Morgan Earp and grievously wounded his older brother, Virgil.
Trafiłem go, kurwa, wcześniej.
That ain't Earp, is it?
Wyatt and Doc went on what became known as the Vendetta Ride, hunting those outlaws down. So when I showed up, that's who they thought I was.
I'm ending you. Come out from behind there! Die!
Dobra. Nie, chyba tu nic nie będzie. Może tutaj znaczki. Ty na serio nie ma znaczki. O, szyję. No. Dobra, lecimy dalej.
There were killers around every corner, all wearing red bandanas. That's how the cowboys identified each other. And I was beginning to wish I had one myself.
I'm putting you down.
But I wasn't about to let Ringo walk away unscathed. And that's what drove me forward.
O, wow.
Get me!
Dobra, szybciutko. Dobra, nice. Dobra.
Hide, you lily-livered son of a bitch.
I can kill you with either hand.
Mać.
They say that Ringo was infernally fast.
I hardly saw anyone faster, boy. Certainly not Wyatt Earp.
A, tak szybko to
That
jest.
man
wtedy.
was all hat and no cap.
Earp wasn't much of a match for him, but Doc Holliday might have taken him.
That Lunger should have kept his nose out of it. He never charged anyone for the murder of Morgan Earp.
But everybody knew
Oh,
that
shit.
Curly shot him in the back. That was common knowledge.
Dobra,
Yeah, maybe so. But Ringo had nothing to do with it. He was just being loyal to a friend.
Is that what you call it? Being loyal? Well, to get to that loyal friend, I had to pass by some buzzsaws as
Ja to
big
już
as a
wolę tak.
man.
Darek, defaultem. I faltem pograć.
Gonna make you a new one!
Czy tu coś? Nie, nie będzie znajdźki. To tam trze mordę.
Come here! Die! You're gonna bleed!
Excuse me, sir. I have a question.
What's that, Dwight?
After old man Clanton died, why didn't his son take over the Cowboys?
Because Ike Clanton was dumber than a box of rocks and a yellow belly to boot.
Dobra.
Now, where was I?
Taking down the entire cowboy gang single-handed.
Indeed I was, Jack.
Okay, now you're really pissing me off.
Kurwa macie, mogę użyć.
Take him down.
Kurwa patrz, bo ja chcę tylko achievement sobie zrobić w locie. Zabij 5 wrogów.
Time to die.
Though it wasn't easy, as those boys had
Chyba i
good
tak
cover.
nie działa.
I'm right here.
Dobra, mamy go.
You bastard.
We'll have to do everything.
Serio?
Brother, I'm gonna make you pay for that. That's right. I'm indestructible. Come on, smoke that sumbitch. Can you shoot around corners?
O.
Face me,
Mamy.
you coward. Just shoot the son of a bitch. Ain't bothered me none. This is too good for him. Kill him!
Okej. Nie, więcej nic nie rozwalę.
Oh, now what? There he is. God damn it! Don't let that asshole get away from me! There were carts everywhere, piles of lumber, and God knows what else for people to hide behind. That really was one hell of a sawmill. Quite an impressive operation.
No, serio? Dobra. Dobra, nic więcej nie ma, widzę. Fajnie się zablokowany.
And where was Curly Bill? Did you see him?
I'm about to get to that, Ben. Patience. I'm painting a picture here. There was this beautiful waterfall and a crystal clear stream that led to a verdant valley that was truly...
Consider your picture painted. What happened next?
Well, finally the bastards that were still alive made a last stand.
Tu chyba? A tam. Kurwa mać, teraz mi spadną. A, bo to... A, dobra, muszę i tak jednak przejść. Dobra, dobra. A, tu. Dobra, okej, jestem.
Curly Bill, Johnny Ringo, and his compadres took off into the lumber yard, and I followed after.
Okej.
Are you saying they ran? Cowardice was not in Ringo nor Curly Bill's nature.
No,
Kurwa,
sir.
twoja
I
mać.
never said they were running scared. They just wanted me out in the open.
Ale walony mnie podszedł, kurwa, nie?
Come out wherever you are! How you like that? Time to dance with the devil! You're done.
O, kurwa.
You working for Wyatt Earp? Did that son
run.
bitch Earp send you to kill me?
Hide forever.
Come on! Kill that annoying son of a bitch!
Te, dobra,
You working
spierdalamy.
for Wyatt Earp?
Nie, ty kurwa, obstrańcu.
your footwork, boy.
Dobra.
Oh, wanna play hide and seek? Kill him! Kill that murderous cocksucker!
Fuck. Dobra, mam ostatni film.
You see that?
Come on out, son! This ain't my day to die! Damn! You're dead. Just gotta catch my breath.
Naprawdę?
Murderer! You asshole! Just me and you, partner.
Kurwa, ale to jest głupie. Ja pierdolę, tej się zachciało, kurwa. Teraz... Zustowa debilizm.
Hiding like a scared little puppy.
Aha, nice. Jeszcze w to się wpierdoliłem.
Are you saying they ran? Cowardice was not in Ringo nor Curly Bill's nature.
No, sir. I never said they were running scared. They just wanted me out in the open. You got
Serio?
no chance and no future. You got a lot of signs showing up here all by your lonesome. Time to dance with the devil. You working for Wyatt? Come on out, son. Did that sumbitch Earth send you to kill me? Still standing. Bastard!
Serio?
You're going to the gates of hell.
Przynajmniej spierdoliłem. Naprawdę nie trafiłem?
Mano, amigo. Make him pay for that.
Tak.
Come on out, son.
Ty powinieneś do mnie przyjść, pajacu. Nie, do ciebie.
Gonna kill you like I killed Morgan Earth. Oh, wanna play hide and seek? You asshole!
Serio? Nie mówcie.
Let's see what you got.
Dobra, w ostatniej chwili.
This is it for you. Come on out, son.
Fuck. Jeden strzał i leżę, nie?
Come out, wherever you are. Brocious gave me no choice but to take his life. But Ringo was nowhere to be found.
I knew you didn't kill Ringo, because he was found dead in a different location altogether.
To this day, his killer is still unknown.
Indeed. Took me a few months before I finally tracked his ass to West Turkey Creek Canyon.
That's incredible, sir. I always thought that Doc Holliday was the one that killed him.
No, serio? Dobra.
Sorry I had to ruin the legend for you, boy. But the legend ain't always true. Doc Holliday had nothing to do with the death of Johnny Ringo.
Trochę prawda, tylko jeden. Na 4. A jestem dobry, nie.
I was paid a healthy bounty for Ringo and Curly Bill, and realized there was real money to be made. That's why I went after Henry Plummer.
Now, wasn't he the sheriff who augmented his income by shaking down miners and robbing gold shipments?
That's the one.
Oh, yeah, I remember him. He ran that gang of thieving outlaws called the Innocents.
So it's true that you went toe-to-toe with him?
Indeed I did, son. Indeed I did. I knew I needed resources if I was going to track down Roscoe Bob Bryant, and hunting Plummer looked like a good way to get rich quick. As the local vigilantes exposed him as the leader of the bandits, and put a generous price on his head. Plummer rallied his gang to plunder one last gold mine before making their escape, and that's where I thought I'd find him.
Aha. Już jesteśmy, no? Nic nie chcę.
It makes me nervous standing so close to all these goddamn barrels of gunpowder.
Why would you be nervous?
Oh, yeah? Well, who
My
the
late
hell is
father
that then?
pointed out to me more than once. God made
Kurwa, przecież to
men.
jest Brekego.
Samuel Colt made him equal.
Jest, tu.
Damn him to hell!
Show yourself! Die!
Czy tu nie ma z tyłu tam jakiegoś nie.
I'm ending you!
A jednak. Ale kurwa. Chyba tu nie będzie nic, co? No, chyba nie. To można zawsze sprawdzić, nie? A ja mogłem z góry też atakować. Dobra. Ja pierdolę, jeszcze się uderzyłem.
I knew that dynamite wasn't mine, so I decided the polite thing would be to return it. It was the biggest gold rush since Sutter's Mill in '48. Unfortunately, prospectors weren't the only ones drawn to those riches.
Plumber wants that asshole dead.
That was too damn
There were
close.
thieves and killers, robbing travelers and hijacking gold shippers.
How you like that? Get
Like those that ran with Plummer. Some were just regular folks I knew from town, drawn by greed and easy
Tak,
pickings.
naprawdę? Powinienem być już bezpieczny.
Charlie Crow, the blacksmith. James, who worked in the stable. Sam and Jeremiah Barber, the butcher's sons. Ordinary citizens who lived a double life.
Do you know who
Stealing
we
and
are?
thieving and murdering their neighbors.
Tak. Spierdalaj.
What?
Dobra. Tak, naprawdę?
You can't beat the innocent. Right here.
Ja wiem, że
Put
tu...
that moron out of his misery.
Tak, naprawdę?
Shit.
Dobra, trafiłem. Kontrolne, zajebiaszcze.
Do you know who we are?
Of course, the rest were veterans of the Civil War. Stone-cold killers trained on the bloody fields of Shiloh and Antietam. If Daddy had lived to see Alfred Nobel's explosive invention, my guess is he would have told Samuel Colt to kiss his ass. Dangerous, desperate individual. Plummer had a lot of men on his payroll. A hell of a lot. That son of a bitch pretended to protect the public with one hand while stealing them blind with the other. He set up a defensive perimeter which I had no idea how to breach.
Star gold now. You can't beat the innocents.
That was too damn
I
close.
was outnumbered and in way over my head, but I was too damn stubborn and stupid to realize it. They must have thought I was touched. Or had some kind of death wish.
Podobny
Seeing
styl
as there were
graficzny
barrels of
do
gunpowder everywhere.
tego, do Borderlandsa.
Watch out for the goddamn gunpowder.
One stray bullet, one stray spark, and I'd be blown to hell and gone. Did I have any second thoughts about what I was doing?
No.
No.
Dobra, mamy to. Ty, może... O, nowy ten, Ranger.
I thought I was some kind of hero. I finally made it past and headed on to meet my destiny.
Okej. czyli mam iść gdzie?
But first, I had something I needed to figure out. I had a few ideas on how to get into that mine, but once I made my decision, I knew there was no turning back. So my first thought was to enter the nearest mine portal. I saw an entrance. Made sense. It was the quickest way in, but that also made it more dangerous, as there would undoubtedly be enemy pickets posted along the way.
What are you? Yellow? You can't beat the innocent! You'll die for this, you hear me? Time to die!
Besides, once you enter a mine like that, it's easy to get all turned around.
We know where you're hiding!
And that confusing maze of corridors wouldn't even be the worst of it.
Catch him in the...
Dobra,
Some
mam
of
go.
those shafts could be as deep as hell.
Show yourself! I got this!
A single stumble or misstep can easily end in a deadly plunge to oblivion.
You can't hide forever!
Okej, nie go.
Quick reflexes often make up for a lack of common sense. Luckily, I was never one to be easily bushwhacked. I would just need to be careful not to blow myself to kingdom come.
Bad enough? Get
With
it!
all that gunpowder and dynamite everywhere, a body has to know what he's shooting at.
You're dead!
All it takes is one tiny spark, and boom.
Surprise! God damn you! I do not deserve to...
W tym działku jest nic inne daleko. Ale... Do góry. Czekaj, ja już chyba nie skoczę tam. Albo? Dobra, mam.
One wrong bullet could have turned that mine into a
Kurwa,
dad blast
patrz.
too.
Ja pierdolę. Pieprzony.
I freely admit that my plan of attack was not just moronic, but clearly insane.
Ciur! Na mnie.
It's a good thing that I abandoned that ridiculous plan before I even tried it. Instead, I spotted a ladder, a way into the mine from the opposite side.
Ja pierdolę, nie. Nie wierzę,
It
nie?
was a long way around, but that approach seemed more sensible at the time. Of course, being I had a problem with heights, that scaffolding scared the bejesus out of me. Climbing down that ladder required some caution. Because even though I had a younger man's reflexes, no man can dodge a damn bullet while climbing down a rickety ladder. I needed to make a leap of faith. Which ain't easy when you're suspended between heaven and hell. I was determined not to give up, however.
Okay.
As Sheriff Plummer seemed quite the despicable character. When the vigilantes discovered what the sheriff was up to, people were outraged. That 10,000 they put on his head would go a long way to helping me find old
O,
Bob.
kurwa, przecież...
Come on out, you yellow bastard!
And I had made it my mission to settle that score come hell or high water.
You'll die for this, you hear me?
Zaraz się wychylę. Wywalę mój piston.
But first, I would have to make a choice. Take the elevator or climb the ladder.
Gdzie jest niby ten oprócz? Tam na dół? Naprawdę ja jestem ślepy? Aż tak? Ja chcę to ogarnąć sobie. Jak to się nazywa? Okruchy prawdy. Dobra, mamy. Chcę więcej koncentracji, żeby... A pójdę drabiną sobie. Fajnie, że jeszcze to zrobili ludzie, chłopcy. O. co?
Plummer was a mad dog killer, and the people of Nevada City deserved better.
Nevada City? Well, I thought Plummer met his maker in Bannock, Montana.
Right, well, he was the sheriff of both places at one time or another, but that's neither here nor there. The point was, taking him down would save a lot of lives, including my own.
Ej, Rangera nie chcę. Tej śmiesznej broni. No. Kawał wybrano, dobra. Henry Plummer.
They're gonna bury you in a million pieces! This day is just getting worse and worse for you.
Serio?
Ain't it?
Jeszcze dostałem. Dobra jestem, dobra.
Henry Plummer was clearly unhinged, and I could see right away that this was gonna take some doing.
Get me!
Gdzie on kurwa? Tu.
God damn it! I need some help here! Come on, boys! Take this cocksucker out! I'll live! Brother, I'm gonna make you pay for
Tak,
that!
naprawdę? Dobra, za chwilę.
Cocksuckers! Yeah, you know you can't beat me.
Gdzie nasz Henry Plummer?
That had it smart. I can shoot too.
Fuck!
No blood money for you today.
Fuck, naprawdę? Woli go turbo na coś?
I'm going all medieval on your ass. Gonna blow you into next week, boy.
Powinien dostać też od tego dynamitu.
You ain't taking me.
Dobra.
Did you see that? Murder him! He's killed a lot of good men.
Właśnie wiedziałem, że coś będzie po lewej słyszał. Kurwa, jego mać. Pewnie od początku, czy od połowy? Połowy, dobra. To jest okej.
No blood money for you today.
A! To co mogę strzelać, dobra. 2.
Felt that one, didn't you? You can shoot, but can you aim?
That was just too damn close.
Kurwa!
They're gonna bury you in a million pieces! This cocksucker is smarter than he looks! I'm going all medieval on your ass! Boom! No blood money for you today!
Fuck! Jeszcze amunicja mi się skończyła.
You want some more?
Serio? Nie trafiłem?
Just kill him! I can shoot too! Keep pissing me off! See what it gets you! You can shoot, but can you aim? Nice shot! Bet you can't do it again! I'm going all medieval on your ass! Show off!
Serio?
You ain't taking me!
So that's how Henry Plummer died.
No.
Him and his crew were worth their weight in gold. And now, I was officially a bounty hunter.
So, did you finally go after that Bob feller?
Well, I heard word he was in Kansas with John Wesley Hardin. So that's where I went.
Where in Kansas?
Abilene. Why do you ask, Ben?
No reason.
Was Hardin as fast as Ringo?
Ringo was fast, but John Wesley was as fast as the devil himself. Hell, he killed his first man at 15. From that day forward, he had a price on his head and wouldn't back down for nobody, not even Wild Bill Hickok himself.
Lol. Zaczynamy to, czy...
I dodged death many a time, and that night in Abilene was no different.
What the heck just happened?
I was there with the intention of finding that bastard Bob and collecting the bounty on John Wesley.
I hit him! There he is!
Fuck.
Watch where you're shooting!
To jest przynajmniej.
I'm putting you down!
Dobra, mamy przynajmniej to.
Now you're really pissing me off!
I to jest ta sama miejscówka podobna do tamtego. Pierwszej misji, czy... Jak to było?
I thought the Texas Rangers got Hardin.
Yeah, that's what they want you to believe.
pierdzielę moje celowanie. No tak, to jest... To jest tak, tylko że tam nie ma tego... shopu z tymi koniami.
It was cold in a witch's tit and a brass bra that night as I fought my way past his loyal compadres.
Ojej. Kończymy? Dobra, jeszcze trochę chwilę. O ile mi nie skraszowało? Nie, nie skraszowało, dobra. Ja nie biorę tego. A tam jest.
To the very same saloon we're sitting in today. Look around and imagine this place painted in blood. Hardin was waiting for me.
No, fucking. Nie chciałem. Dobra, to kiedyś indziej zrobię te... O, zagramy sobie w karty z nim.
I'm jumping the gun here. Let me back up and give you some background on this sumbitch. He deserves that much. Don't you think so, Ben? John Wesley Hardin was a killer. By the end, he confessed to taking the lives of 42 men. Fathers and husbands, brothers and sons, men with families who cared about them. He was a bona fide folk hero by then, and had amassed a gang of armed miscreants and other assorted thugs. He and his men set up camp outside of town, and I was hoping Bob was among them.
God damn it! Shoot that son of a bitch!
They didn't ask why I was there.
Naprawdę nie
They knew.
trafiłem.
Most of them were wanted as well. I figured Hardin was here somewhere, but to get to him, I'd have to get past his gun hands. And that was easier said than done, as most of them were as foolish and full of bravado as I was. I had to spill a lot of blood to find out Hardin wasn't in that camp. He was carousing in town with his closest friends. Hardin's boys apparently didn't want me to reach the Bull's Head. Some were hightailing it into town to inform their jefe of my unwelcome presence.
Well, that's a first.
Przecież mu trafiałem heada.
You just met your match. That must have hurt.
Tak.
Better 3 hours early than a minute too late.
What the fuck? Czemu?
God damn it! Shoot that son of a bitch! I think I'm weak! Can't get a good shot at you can't hide from me!
Się gra zbudowała?
You rule the day! I can kill you with either hand! Hide, you lily-livered son of a bitch!
Nie powinien mnie...
You ain't beating me! Tell Hardin someone's coming for him! Stop that sumbitch! Let the boys know we got another law dog. Just killed Red?
I wondered if Bob was among them.
Dobra, biegniemy dalej. Gdzie jest on? Gdzie mamy iść? Tam, dobra, ale ja najpierw sprawdzę, czy coś tu nie ma. No właśnie. Sekret. Dobra. Albo wezmę tego rangera na jakąś chwilę.
And I steeled myself for the fight ahead. For as good as I was, deep down I wondered if John Wesley wasn't just a little bit better.
Dobra, do góry jednak, oczywiście.
Before I could test my mettle against Hardin, however, I would first need to dispatch his cadre of hired killers.
Aha. Okay.
Most of these degenerates were beyond redemption, but John Wesley might have been a different story. I didn't learn until later that that night was in fact his birthday celebration.
There he is! Shot at him.
Hopla. Hopla. Nic.
God damn him.
I think I already mentioned that I found Hardin in this very saloon. Suffice it to say, nobody there was happy to see me.
There he is!
No kurwa, headmat! Czy nie? Ta postać ma heada, czy nie?
Shoot him! Shoot him!
No.
In fact, I felt a certain hostility.
Oh, he's hurt now.
Kurwa, mówisz to.
Can't get a good shot at him. He's hurt now. Watch where you're shooting. Hey, I shot the son of a bitch.
Noż! Wszystko obok niby, tak? Trafiałem.
Die!
Nie pamiętam. Czekaj, tak.
Did you see that?
I was disappointed that neither Bob nor John Wesley were among the dead. But that was short-lived, as a moment later I was facing down the fastest gun in the West. I felt a bolt of adrenaline. Or maybe that was fear. He was well known for his tricks, and I knew I'd need my own if I was ever to defeat him. No, wait! He didn't hit me then. I'm sure of it.
Dobry szybkość ma chłop. No. Dobry poradnik, kurwa, jak być zabitym od razu. Pierdolę. Biega. No, kurwa, poszłem w bok. Nie, bo gra zainstalowała, że nie. Dobra. Jaka to była celność? Aha. Dobra. Ostatnia próba pewnie była w kurwica wieży. Patrz. Skupienia dobre. Nie, pierdolę. Nie ma sensu.
I felt a bolt of adrenaline. Or maybe that was fear. He was well known for his tricks, and I knew I'd need my own if I was ever to defeat him.
Nie, pierdol.
No, wait! He didn't hit me then. I'm sure of it.
No.
That man was faster than greased lightning. But being inebriated as he was, he didn't count his shots. And now, he was at my mercy.
So he didn't die?
No, I sent him to prison. Years later, after he was free, some restless Avenger took his life. Shot him in the back at a saloon just like this one. Anybody up for another beer? Ben?
tak głupie.
Thank you, darling. Yeah, some say revenge is a dish best served cold.
So whatever happened to that Bob guy you were after?
Personally, I'd like to hear some of your other adventures. Like, I don't know, did you ever go toe-to-toe with a red man?
Yes, I did, Ben. I remember once I was after this renegade Apache, Grey Wolf. Strangely enough, revenge was also his primary motivation.
Okay.
A bounty was put on Grey Wolf's head, and that's how I came to hunt him in the mountains. Mountains so high they tickled the nether regions of heaven. Grey Wolf was a Chiricahua Apache medicine man who had led a war party in revenge for a massacre against his people.
Wiecie co? Na tym skończymy. Jutro na pewno zagram jeszcze dalej. Ja podziękuję, no i cześć.